Hi everyone, Dr. Madden here. I am signed into WeVideo. I can see my name. Please use the link that I provided to you to sign up for an account. Your personal account will then be associated with the NKU subscription, and you'll have access to a lot of premium tools and things that make your video production far more creative and interesting and fun and easy. So make sure you do that. Don't sign up for just a free account outside of our class, although you could, but you're going to like your experience a lot more if you use NKU's account. So from this homepage, where do you go? I've got projects. You can see some of my recent edits here, but yours probably won't have anything on this page. What I want you to do is from dashboard, click on projects. And again, you may not see anything at all here, but what we're going to do is come down to this little plus sign in the lower right hand corner, and we're going to click on the plus sign and we're going to create a new project. So you can see that we can have a personal project, a collaborative project, or a shared project. We're going to do personal projects for this and name it something that is meaningful. So I'm going to call this project Why I Want to Teach. And then we'll give the project a description. You may be tempted to skip this part, but I think it's going to help you get some clarity around what you're doing with your project, and it also informs your viewers of the purpose of your digital story. So fill that in and then click on Next. Okay, this Add Media part we're going to skip for right now because we can always add project media from the Media tab. We're just going to select the clips and choose Share to Project. So we're going to keep that in mind and click on Next. All right, so we've created the shell for the project, and now it's time to click on Create Video. Now you may be tempted by all of these different templates in here, but I'm going to ask you not to submit to that temptation instead, because you're going to find that they are very kind of constraining. They're going to want you to put certain things in certain places, and you want more artistic freedom than that. So please select Blank Edit and then click on Start. Okay, so here we are on a blank edit, and we are in what is called the storyboard view. I want to take a minute to tell you that you have two views and that my recommendation is to start in storyboard view. So see this little menu up here, your main menu. If you open that, you can see here that it allows you to switch over to timeline view. Okay, now we're in timeline view. My recommendation, strong recommendation, is that you start in storyboard. You're going to find it a little bit easier to manage your media and to put your recordings and things like that in place. And then later, when you're kind of finessing at the very end and maybe wanting to shorten some things or change the timing on some things, you could switch over to timeline. Okay, so let's get going here. You'll notice that you start off with a couple of frames. And the first frame, of course, is your title frame. And I'm going to recommend that you go ahead and click on title frame, and then you're going to see that you have an edit button and a trash button. Don't trash it. You need a title page. Click on the edit button, and that is going to allow you to type in your title text. You'll notice here that when you type in your text, it also shows up in your preview window, which is really cool. And then you can change your fonts if you want to. I'm going to say leave it alone for right now, because the next thing that we do is going to alter this page a little bit anyway. So if you've spelled everything correctly and you have the text there that you want, click on Save Changes. Okay, then that takes you back to the storyboard mode that you were in earlier. And don't worry, everything that you just did is there. You can actually come over here and play a preview and you can see that what you did is there. But let's go back to that title frame, and over here to the left you see that you've got some tools. This first tool is the theme tool. Now you can change the theme at any time, but here is what I have learned. If you're going to use a pre-designed theme, and there are a bunch of cute ones, really neat ones, I don't always use themes. In fact, if I'm doing informative types of movies, I don't use a theme. I put in the effects that I want myself. But for something creative, oh yeah, these themes are great. So click on theme, and that's going to take you to some different themes that you can explore and see if these themes would work for you. So I've already explored these. You can see there's a bunch of them. I'm gonna go ahead and select this theme. Okay, and I like it, so I'm gonna click on use this theme. Okay, so now suddenly if I go to my preview again, I can see that my preview has changed to use that theme. And I don't think you're going to be able to hear my computer audio to know that there's music that goes along with that theme, but it is pretty cool because it will take colors and effects and transitions and music and wrap those all together for you in a nice theme. So it's fine, you're not cheating if you use a theme. Okay, so now let's work on some media. Okay, WeVideo has just an abundance of stock media. You may be able to find everything that you need in the media that is already there. Okay, so one of my last searches must have been world because that's what came up. I don't think that's a default. So anyway, you can, if you look at these, you can see that you've got still images, and if you click on any of them, you'll be able to preview them. Got still images. If you see something you really like and you want to be able to get back to it quickly, you can click on the heart and it becomes part of your favorites. Okay, so one way to start here maybe is to start looking for some things that you could put in your favorites. But at the point that you know that you want to use something, what you do is you can just drag it down and place it on your storyboard. And notice here that you get another spot to put more and more in there. So what I have here, I can tell by this little timer thing, is actually a little video. So we can come here and we can preview what we got so far. Okay, it's 4 seconds in duration. It's not actually moving. Let's find one that is moving so that you can see the difference. Okay, here we go. Here's one that's moving. That looks kind of cool. Let's put that in there. Okay, and let's start our preview from here. Oh yeah, that one's moving, kind of nice. So this might be a good place to put, a voiceover. Okay, let's stop that. So let's come up here, and I want to just show you that you can search on anything that you like to find images. So if you search on student, you're going to find lots of stock images that are free for you to use in your video of students. And again, some of these are little videos with they're not going to have any sound to them. They're just going to be sort of a background video that you could do voiceover with. And then some of them are going to be still images. Okay, that's not a still image. It's 11 seconds of video, so let's go down a little bit. Okay, here's a still image. This looks like a still image. Okay, that might be one I like to use. And if you put something in your video that you don't want, you decide you don't want it, just click on it and hit your delete key and it's gonna go away. So no problem there if you decide you've made a mistake with some of your media. So you will continue adding media to your story until you have the sequence that you want. And another thing to add here is you can move things around. So feel free to do that, delete, move, get that storyboard the way you want it to be. And, you know, you've got to put some text in here too, some voiceover maybe as well. So I'm going to click on this image and edit it. Let's add a caption to this. Okay, and I'm previewing over here. Lovely caption, but it kind of gets lost with that graphic. So let's see if there's some other things that we can do. We certainly have the ability to change the color. I'm not sure that that's going to help. We can change where the caption's going to be. So let's try it in the lower third. Oh, and I like that. So we're going to save the changes. So know that you can add captions to any of these images, whether they are still images or video images. You're going to be able to add captions. So let's go back to these tools over on the side. We've already done theme. Once you get a theme, stick with the theme, because if you change your theme, then some of the places where you put your captions aren't going to work. So get a theme and stick with it. We have audio. I don't recommend that you change the audio, but if you like everything else about a theme and you find that the music is the only thing you don't like, you could experiment a little bit with audio. I don't recommend it, but you could. And then finally, you have the ability to record and do a voiceover. One of the things that you need to do first here is to click on the frame where you want that recording to start, okay? And then click on record, and then you want to make sure that you've got the ability to preview while you're recording, and then when you're ready to record your voiceover, you simply click on the microphone to start that recording. So it's going to start here at the beginning of my video. I can just be silent during that part, and then when I get to the part where I want to actually record, then I will start speaking. So you turn recording on even though maybe you're not speaking right away. Hopefully that makes sense. And then what you're going to get is a voice track that goes with this. So doing your voiceover might be something that you do at the very end of this. And you can use a combination of text and voice to get your message across. So just a couple last things before I let you go. You can work with text backgrounds and put those any place in your video. So you've got text backgrounds that are motion backgrounds, and you also have text backgrounds that are static or just still. Okay, so you can play around with that a little bit and put some frames that are just text into your video. That can give you a great effect. And then backgrounds. Use these minimally, but there are some pretty cool backgrounds that you can check out. So maybe at the beginning or the end of your movie, you might want to use one of these special effects. They're kind of neat. Okay, hopefully that is enough to get you started. Again, play with this, have some fun with it. Before you leave any session, you want to make sure you do a save, and it will save everything that you've got. I'm pretty sure that WeVideo is going to save for you as you go along, but saving frequently is always a really good thing to do. Okay, that's enough for now. If you have any questions, please contact me.